Summer 2010 was my first season going down south for getting some more time on the water before the season. I got to take some time off from school and spend more on the water. So I definitely got better because I had more time on the water. And yeah, it paid off. I went to Fees and weighed the line that year and won both contests. And I guess I really started to make a name for myself as a rail rider. I was coming off my best year. In July that year, we went for a winch trip with a couple buddies of mine. We went to Toronto, and first day went really well. Shot on a handrail, we got really good shots, and later that day, we went for a second spot that was a little bit sketchier. It was a concrete wall ride with a bank right beside it, so the plan was to go up the bank and then going onto the wall ride, and then I would land on the water. The thing, there was only 6 inches of water, and I went up all the way up to the wall ride. I touched it on my first try, but as soon as I landed, my board caught on the concrete and I stuck, and I smacked my elbow right on the concrete. I looked at my elbow, as I could see, I could pretty much see my bones, so I knew it was pretty bad. It was really dirty water too, so took my board off and went to the hospital. And I guess I didn't know for what was waiting for me. Went to the hospital. Doctor said I was fine, so they just stitched up my elbow, and they said be careful, it might get infected, but I could ride. I had nothing. At least that's what I thought. So I continued my season, and that year I finished the year winning Rail Rider of the Year. So that was really great, and I still didn't know what was wrong with my elbow. I had a lot of pain in it, but I was still riding. And a couple months later, I was snowboarding back home. I fell, and as soon as I landed on my hand, I guess my tricep contracted and my elbow just opened up really bad. Went to the hospital and I got surgery the same day. And yeah, they told me my tricep tendon was ripped. And it was ripped since a long time, so the initial fall on the concrete ruptured my tendon. And after surgery, they found out I had a lot of infection, and so I was plugged in antibiotics for a couple months. And I thought I was on the way to recovery, but I wasn't. 3 months later, we're in March, and they find out infection is back again. Infection is stronger, and they don't know how bad it is and how deep it is in my bones or into my arm. So for one night, I guess no one really knew if I'd keep my 2 arms. Probably the worst night ever, not knowing what's next for you. I got surgery, and they reattached my tendon. They cut out all the infection of my elbow, and in May I started riding one-handed and slowly making handle passes on the rails, because there's less tension on rails. So at first that's what I could do, and slowly every month I was progressing, and that's when the Stitch project came in. And the project was about mixing my shots from last year with my riding from this year and explaining to everyone what had happened to my elbow. So a month or 2 later, that's when the A-Short project came in, and that project was, I guess, was the progression of my elbow too. And yeah, so I spent my last month of the summer just building rails and thinking about doing new stuff, and it went really well. I didn't get injured, and we won the Web Video of the Year for that one, so that was great. And it was a great thing for me that year, because it's the only thing I could do, and I won something, so that was great. In the last movie we shot in A-Short, my elbow was probably like at 10 or not even percent to its full potential, and so I had a lot of time to make it stronger. So for the next months, I was working with Donald Baumforth. He's a manual physiotherapist, so I went with him every week. He was working and stretching my arm every day, and I progressed a lot with him. I also got to work with Scott Livingston from High Performance. So I was going there to Montreal, and he was making a program for me. So here I am, 2 years later. I'm 100% or almost. I'm going to my 2012 season really confident, and I can't wait to go back to Orlando and get some riding in. And there's so many stuff I couldn't do last year, and so much stuff I've been thinking about, and now is the time. So I'm really excited. I can't wait, and it's going to be a great year. And I just want to thank everyone for supporting me since day one, all my sponsors and family and friends. And I'll see you guys on the water.